Welcome back to Andertons TV, baby. We're at the NAMM show on the Dunlop and MXR stand. We have Mr. Kehoe here, who you may recognize because of his beautiful beard from previous NAMM shows.
It's a Wolverine.
It's a Wolverine.
Yes,
a real one that you stitched onto your face. There's two new products to show you that have just been released. That is the reissue of the Rockman X100 and this rather marvelous looking blue and red wah wah here, which Brian will tell us about in a minute. Take it away. What's
Well, let's start with the Rockman since it's already kind of on. Go ahead and press that button there. So, I mean, you guys know Tom Schultz invented the Rockman, from Boston, MIT graduate, super smart, nerdy guy, great guitar player. And so Dunlop, a lot of people don't know this, Dunlop bought Rockman in the 90s.
They bought lots of things, didn't they?
Yeah.
He was a very clever man, that Jim Dunlop Sr.
Yeah, all those guys. Both of them. The whole family.
The whole family.
Kind of kick ass.
Yeah.
I got a pretty cool job.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
I got to protect my phony baloney job. Let's get down to brass tacks. So this is basically a direct replica of the Rockman that we've been making for decades.
Yeah.
And we put it into a pedal platform, and it's fun as hell.
Now, I think what surprised me with the Rockman was, I think I kind of get that old sort of Journey style,
totally.
Tone, and it's a very of a time overdrive sound, isn't it?
It is timeless.
Yes, but I hadn't realized there was all this lovely kind of clean compressed stuff going on in there. Yeah. So the pedal itself has 4 basic modes plus an input gain and a volume control, chorus on and off. And what's double cool, which I didn't even realize before now, is the external tap control.
You can cycle through the different channels.
Can you see that there, Tay? So you can either do it using the pedal itself or with the external.
We'll get a little close
up. So if we start on the blue one, the cleanest one, do you want to just sort of take us through the tones?
One thing I do want to say is that internally there's a switch for stereo. So we're in a stereo rig right now.
Right, so TSR.
So what bit is stereo then? The chorus?
Yeah, it can be, or it can be mono.
Okay.
Right.
So, but that chorus is pretty sick.
Will it go cleaner than that if I take the input gain down or something? Is that like a... So you've almost got, I don't know, I know he didn't use the pedal, but you've almost got like an Andy Summers kind of...
Well, it's that chorus too, right? It's that chorus. Tom, I'm sorry, I'm butchering all your songs. The one thing that I think is really cool, if you could just back the input gain down just a little bit, maybe up a little bit more, up a little bit more. It kind of has a nice little chicken pick. If I can play.
Well, you can,
If I can play. Do you know, I love a relatively affordable guitar that someone's just gone, I'm going to make this my #1. So what have you've got like an Epiphone that you've sanded the top off, put some EMGs on?
For Mick Ronson.
Right.
Huh? The natural tone?
You've done that literally just for this, have you? That's cool.
Well, no, I've had this for a while.
Right.
It's kind of a beater, but it just plays and sounds great. I can take it to the pub and spill beer on it and nobody cares.
Yeah, it's a great, it's a great reason to do that.
I love it.
Okay, cool. Well, look,
so let's go to the second channel.
Yeah.
This one is a little more mid-focused. I prefer this one from kind of more of a funky kind of vibe.
Let's just hit it without it on.
The stereo thing's great.
Great, isn't it?
Corey would have a hell of a fun time on this thing, dude.
Right.
And then this one.
You kind of have to have the chorus on, don't you?
You know what? I prefer it without the chorus on the rock stuff.
Do you?
But that's just my
I think with no chorus, it loses. It just becomes another overdrive pedal. As soon as you put the chorus on, then you're going, oh yeah, that's the.
But it's also like an amp sim, because that's kind of what it's doing.
Right.
So if you really want the classic Rockman tone, you want to go direct into the
way.
DAW, or you want to go direct into a board.
Yeah.
Or you can go into the return of an amp. But as soon as you introduce any kind of amplification, you're going to color the tone a little bit.
It's just instant Def Leppard, isn't it?
That's the Def Leppard.
Yeah.
I don't know any Def Leppard songs.
It's
That's awesome.
what? And then the final one
Yeah.
is distortion.
Distortion.
I'll
Yeah,
take the chorus off for a bit.
all right. It's kind of good. And any kind of, go ahead, put the chorus on,
Yeah.
because this is super proto metal. It's pretty good, man. I don't know. I'm destroying your songs, Tom. I do apologize, but I sure like your stuff. I know you're watching.
I quite like the fact that it's only got two. You're not mucking around with EQ or it's just like, how much gain do you want? How much volume do you want?
This is what you get.
This is what you get, baby.
And the thing that I have to say is that it's super fun to play. It's got so much compression.
Yeah.
It's got that mid-range focus.
Can we layer it up with a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay again?
Just throw the Joshua on there. And go
maximum
back to that
80s.
first clean one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah. It's Whitesnake immediately.
But it's kind of dreamy.
You're dreaming.
Play your cards right.
Yeah.
Should we, okay, I mean, we've done 80s. Should we go 70s now?
Let's go 70s. Can you turn off those two?
Yeah.
And can you go ahead and push on that? Oh, you have to hit it twice.
That's
There
it.
you go.
Right.
But push that Timmy on.
Timmy.
So, Mick Ronson,
Yeah.
badass.
Badass.
So, I'm on the phone with Bob Rock. You know Bob Rock, the producer of the Metallics and the Motley Crues and all that?
Yeah.
Kirk Hammett, I'm going to drop some names here.
You are
Oh,
dropping
let me
them.
pick up that name.
Yeah.
Kirk Hammett calls me up and he goes, hey, can you help my friend Bob Rock out with some picks and some stuff? No problem. Okay. Get on the phone, Bob Rock, and we hit it off. We just start going back and forth. And I knew that he had worked with Mick Ronson. He was Mick Ronson's protege, which I did not know.
Okay.
Wow.
And he said, oh yeah, I got the original Mick Ronson wah-wah pedal at my house. And I go, shit, dude, let's do a Mick Ronson signature pedal. He goes, right on. Let me call Lisa, the daughter, make sure it's cool, get all the legal work all dialed. So we got the pedal, And what we didn't realize, we just thought it was going to be a kind of a generic, it was like a 1968 Italian Gen Wah.
Okay.
But it had a crazy inductor value, and it had a crazy potentiometer, and it had a crazy circuit. And so the engineers, you know, the math guys, they did it all out, they measured it all out, and it turned out that it was completely different. Like all the values were all different from what we normally would think of. It has a very classic 70s kind of, I want to say, can I say box?
Of course you can.
You can
Kind
say
of a boxy sound, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But the one thing I didn't, I mean, I guess I realized when I listened back, the way Ronson would use it, he would use it as a notch wah. So he would find that frequency that would cut through, because there's all these layers of all his arrangements, strings and horns and all that stuff. So let's
go on, I'll get out of the way.
Let's see what it sounds like.
Yes.
So it's kind of warm. It never really gets too harsh.
Or too low, it's not like...
Yeah, it's just really focused. It's got a nice range.
Yeah.
But he would use it. But now you hear it, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy. So then, so when you notch that wall, you're like, oh, that's the tone.
That's the sound, yeah.
It's a non-finished, finish taken off Les Paul. That Ronson Wah into a Marshall. Maybe what is it? What did he use? He used the Mark II, the fuzz.
The fuzz. What was it called? What was the fuzz?
It was the I'm supposed to know that. That's
tone bender.
I'm supposed to know this stuff.
It's all right.
Well, that's it.
That's cool.
And it's beautiful.
It looks so cool.
Is that
It's
going
one
to
of
be
the coolest
super
ones.
limited edition, or we're not sure?
You know, it depends.
It depends.
You know, right now it's limited edition.
Yeah.
But
well,
you know,
that's cool.
if the market goes crazy and they burn down the place, we need more Ronson Wahs. I guarantee you we can make more.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great sound, and it's great to hear you playing all the old Ronson licks and stuff.
I
love that guy, dude. It's very cool.
There would be no Randy Rhoads without Mick Ronson.
Is that a fact?
Look at it. Even Randy Rhoads had the cock wah built into his board on all the time. And then you look at his style, his hair, his clothes.
Right.
He was a Ronson nut.
Fanatic.
Well, that's cool. All right, man.
There you
Well,
go,
look,
dude.
it's lovely to see you again. Thank you so much for taking us
You
through
guys are the best.
You're the best.
Links below where you can go find out more information and, you know, pay for this NAMM trip by buying some of it. See you next time.